funding platform. They are the three main areas of fintech, like insurtech, regtech, banktech. Fintech is functioning all over the world, especially in the banking and capitals market, but it is in the nascent phase in the insurance industry in all over the world. And definition of insurtech means if all market player are like traditional or non-traditional exploit the information technology, or you can say if they exploit the IT to deliver the solution to the insurance sector, and then these all are come in the insurtech definition into insurtech definition. History started from the German-based insurtech company like Friendsurance. It was the first insurtech company that introduced the online insurance concept by providing peer-to-peer insurance. And other early adopters of the insurtech are the US-based company like Truth that introduced the on-the-demand insurance, and CoverHound. It was also US-based company that introduced the all insurance prices of different companies at one platform. They are the different types of the insurtech. Firstly, I can discuss like artificial intelligence and machine learning, in which the chatbot is very famous in the insurance sector to provide the customer service to 24 hours 7. Cloud and edge computing, it is used for save all the data on the cloud that reduce the cost of the hardware and software. And drones can use drones for the property inspection in the property insurance. Blockchain is used to for online data recording, transparent data recording. It can be used in underwriting, claim management, disbursement. Internet of things, it all the sensors come in the internet of the things. In the car, telematics and GPS solution is very in popular trending, so they are used. And due to this technology, usage based insurance, a new product is introduced in the market of the insurance sector. And smart home, other technologies are the mobile phone, internet, 5G, 6G, social media. At the global level, insurtech market revenue is was 5.48 billion in 2019, and it is expected that it to reach 10.14 billion by 2025. And it can be increased 10.80% till 2025. Out of 1,200 insurtech companies, 170 insurtech companies at the worldwide level belongs to the UK, and it makes the 14% of the global ecosystem. And very well-known insurtech company of the US is the Lemonade. It introduced the AI-based underwriting and distribution system, and it is the US largest company that have contribution around $22 billion in 2020. Asia is interesting case study for the insurance because there are many non-insured citizen exist in the Asia, and there are also a lot of middle class family. There is also a major population of the youth, major population of the women, major population of the poor, major population of the Muslim, and major population of the women. So these all are the untargeted market in the Asia that exists, and it can be captured. So there is a lot of potential for the insurtech in the Asia market. And there are also many mobile subscription rate, internet subscription rate, broadband broadband subscription rate in the Asia. Social media is also increasing in the Asia, so it can be a great environment for the insurtech. Insurtech can increase the full penetration level because insurtech is a technology, so both insurance and the takaful can adopt this technology to enhance the insurance penetration level. If I see in the Islamic insurance point of view, then this technology can also help in achieving the maqasidul sharia in takaful industry. Takaful emphasize on the value of the brotherhood. The concept behind the takaful is the brotherhood, means donation are taken from the members, and if any accident happen, then the victim is compensated from the pool, and the money of the pool is not invested in those businesses or those activities which involve in riba or gharar or maisar. Objective of the kaful is the consistent with the objective of sharia. Sharia means Islamic law, so it will be the helpful for all the Muslim community and also for the non-Muslims. This is the whole structure of the insurance value chain, and where we can see the role of the insurtech, like product development in which the robotics, telematics, IoT, and other wearable sensors have introduced a new concept like usage-based insurance. So we can take the traveling insurance for 1 or 2 or 3 or basis on the trip. So we can this technology has made the insurance product customized according to the customer need. So other department is the pricing and underwriting. Big data technology helping in predicting the risky profile and less risky profile. Accordingly, higher or lower premium can be charged. Marketing, big data technology helps in identifying the likeness or dislikeness of the customer. So accordingly, they market the insurance policy according to the customer interest. Distribution, there are the many omni channels which are working now with the insurance sector like Easy Paisa, Muazna, Takaful Bazaar, and there are so many other distribution channel. Banca Insurance in omni channel like Smart Choice, and there are also many other startups and Jazz Cash, Easy Paisa. They are working in distributing the insurance. Policy and claim management blockchain is helping to maintain the all the data online, transparent form which cannot be changed. So all can see what are the change is being altered in the database of the policy holder. So it helps in maintaining the data and reducing the paperwork. Carful industry and insurance industry both have the challenges. Like if I see the carful sector, then there are the many challenges like lack of awareness, lack of the customer access, especially for the rural population, and ambiguity in regulatory status of the carful, because they are the four main school of thought, Hanfi, Malki, Shafi, and they have different interpretations. So this created a difficulty in setting the universal law for the takaful or model takaful, in setting the model for the takaful industry in all over the world, because different countries are different using the different model and according to the different interpretation of four school of thought, which create the confusion in the mind of the Muslim community or another non-Muslim. Lack of innovative products of the insurance, especially of the takaful, less adoption of the innovative technology, and they are less customer friendly. And if I see the insurance sector, then there are the many operational inefficiency like manual working system, paperwork system, delay system, inaccurate assessment of the risk. Same risk is same model of the risk is applied on the all, whether they have less risky profile or the more risky profile, they use the average method which applied on the all. So these are the challenges which can be solved by adopting the InsurTech. So according to the PwC report, if the insurance sector will not adopt the technology, then the fintech companies will take the place of the insurance sector in the next 5 years. This study will help in finding the gap by exploring the challenges and the solution of adopting the InsurTech in the Pakistan, both in the Kafur and insurance. So this study, while exploring the challenges and solution of InsurTech in Pakistan, they are also this study also providing the comparison with the other countries who have the same HDI category or culture. So five countries are Kenya, India, Bangladesh, Morocco, including Pakistan. It is the five. It become five. So these are the market which where the gap exists, like poor, women, farmer, young population, Muslim community, retail sector, because many insurance sector target to the corporate sector rather than retail sector. So retail sector has a huge potential, and we can adopt the innovative and by adopting the insurtech, many innovative product can be introduced by adopting the pull strategy rather than using the push strategy. And if we target these untapped market, then financial inclusion will automatically increase, which is currently 21%, and it can be 65 million as per the target set by the National Financial Inclusion Strategy. And it will also, if financial inclusion will improve, then automatically Pakistan economic growth will improve, and we will automatically achieve the SDG goals, sustainable development goals, and automatically we will empower the women to hire them in the insurtech startups, and also providing the different health related insurance by adopting the insurtech technology. And also we can reform over the agriculture sector, because we heavily depend on the agriculture sector, which can be improved, and automatically GDP will be improved, economy will improve. Road safety can be improved by adopting the InsurTech. Poverty alleviation can be done by adopting InsurTech. Job creation will be improved. Islamic Takaful penetration, which is very less as compared to the conventional, can be improved by adopting InsurTech. As per report of Insurance Regulatory Authority of the Kenya, the Takaful industry has the market share only 2% in 2020, and in comparison to Bangladesh, which had 6.84%. And in Morocco, there was no value, but they show that it has minor growth level. And in Pakistan, 18%. And in India, there is a no Islamic insurance, there is a no Islamic regulation. So these are the interkaful rate. So you can see huge potential exists in the Islamic insurance, so which can be fulfilled by adopting the InsurTech. This is the chart. It shows that InsurTech InsurTech has InsurTechs include the many technologies from which big data is much popular. You can see 20%. 20 means when many companies are using the big data or machine learning models in their business. Then usage based insurance, then IoT, and so on. And at the end, micro insurance level. Micro insurance level, only three are adopting. Companies are adopting the uh, technology is being adopted in the micro insurance level. So major, this chart shows that the major technology in insurtech is being used. For example, big data and machine learning. And this below chart of the insurtech market, it shows that by 2030, insurtech market will be 166.4 billion. So there's a huge of potential for insurtech all over the world. This is the chart. It shows that global level of spending on the advanced technologies. For example, in blockchain, investment market size will be 19 billion by 2024. In IoT, 75 billion market size by 2025. Cloud computing, 287.3 billion market size by 2025. Drones market size will be 63.6 billion by 2025. This is the all over the world spending level, or you can say market size of these four technologies. If I see the artificial intelligence role, artificial to readiness, government readiness to adopt the artificial intelligence, then our report shows that all over the world, the market for the AI will be 190.61 billion by 2025. If I see the adoption level, then Pakistan ranked in 117 position, and India has 40 position, and Bangladesh 123rd, and Kenya 71st, and Morocco 99. It means India is leading in adopting the AI. Network readiness, then you can see 82, means Kenya is leading in network readiness. And at the last, Pakistan is lagging behind in adopting the network technology. Mobile subscription, then in mobile subscription, 173. There is a Pakistan and 1.10 billion. India. India is leading in mobile subscription. It has a high, you can say, subscription percentage, 79% billion. And internet penetration level, the 27 and 2074. Morocco is leading in the internet penetration level. It has the highest percentage rate. Social media users, then Morocco is leading. Again, Morocco is leading in the social media. It has 22 million users are adopting the social media. And all over the world level, the social media user will be 4.41 billion by 2025, and internet penetration will be 53.7% by 2021, and mobile subscription will be 8.8 billion by 2026. This chart shows the characteristics of the five countries. Like Pakistan rank in 131 position in adopting the ICT technology. Bangladesh rank 120 position and India rank 120. Kenya 116 position. Morocco 97th position. It means that Morocco is leading in adopting the ICT technology. Fintech adoption, then Pakistan ranks 62 position, Bangladesh 61, India 62, Kenya 42. So Kenya is leading in the fintech adoption. Population having the bank accounts, that shows the financial inclusion also. Then Pakistan has the financial inclusion 21%, Bangladesh 20%, India 70%, Kenya 80%, Morocco 14%. Means that Kenya is has the most, you can say, has a greater financial inclusion as compared to the others countries. Network readiness, then Pakistan ranks 89th position in network readiness, means network adoption. Bangladesh 42, India 61, Kenya 77, Morocco 79. It means that Pakistan and Bangladesh is has a good ranking in network readiness. And other three are showing the technology level, adoption level, and people heading is representing to the level of the intention of the people to adopt the technology, network technology. And governance, this rank shows the how much the governance shows the willingness in adopting the technology. And impact, all over the impact on the economy, on the of the technology on the economy. So this show the impact rating. And AI of data of 2022 shows the ranking, how much um, position of the countries in adopting AI technology readiness index, पता नहीं क्या पुठी सीधा भूल ही जानी। इसको कैसे इस्तेमाल करते हैं? 704 का मतलब क्या है कि 700 लोग मुझे फॉलोवर मेरे मुझे फॉलो कर रहे हैं। तो आपको पता कि क्यों इस्तेमाल
एक्टिवेट है तो ऑनलाइन है।
है? मैं इनको फॉलो कर रही हूँ।
फॉलो करे आप एक्टिव हुए हैं ऑनलाइन है।
ऑनलाइन नहीं है।
ऑनलाइन
नहीं
हाँ
फॉलोइंग, तो ये मुझे फॉलो कर रहे हैं।
फॉलो करते तो फॉलोइंग आ जाना था।
फॉलोइंग
फॉलोइंग कर रहे हैं एक्टिवेट है तो यहाँ तो उन्होंने तुम्हारी वीडियो देखी शक्ल देखी प्रोफाइल प्रोफाइल देखी है इतने बंदों ने तुम्हारी।
बोल रही जा रही है। मैं इस तरह ही रखना, आवाज से ज्यादा ना करना, फटाफट मुकाए हम। Government artificial technology readiness index is show this figure is showing that 40.22. Pakistan lagged behind in adopting the AI, and India is leading in adopting the AI because value is high, like 3.67. And digital readiness score, all country fall in the accelerate stage. Accelerate stage means that they all are struggling phase, and all the values are near to 10 or 9 and 8. So these all values fall in the accelerate stage. And this chart is showing the digital target 2023 of 5 countries: Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Kenya, Morocco. All have the uh, target, target name is Digital 2023. And Digital 2023 is also a website where 5 countries uh, have saved their data regarding the internet users, internet penetration, mobile internet connection, fixed internet connection speed, social media user age, Facebook user, YouTube user, Instagram user, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter. So these are all the values which we can evaluate, and we can see where we stand, where the 5 countries stand. For example, in internet user, Pakistan has 87% millions people who are using the internet, and remaining 150 are not using. India has 692 million. Bangladesh has 66 million internet user. Kenya has 17.86 million user. Morocco has 33.18. Internet penetration 36%. India 48%. Bangladesh 38%. Kenya 32%. Morocco 88%. Mobile connection 191.8 million. India 1.110 billion, Bangladesh 179 million, Kenya 63 million, Morocco 50 million. Mobile internet connection 14 speed 14.93 Mbps, 18.26 Mbps in India, 13 Mbps in Bangladesh, 20 in Kenya, 31 in Morocco, and fixed internet connection speed 10 in Pakistan, 49 in India, and 34 in Bangladesh, 9 in Kenya, 17 in Morocco. Social media user like 71 million, 467 million in India, 44 million in Bangladesh, 10 million in Kenya, 21 million in Morocco. Social media user age underage 53 million user under age of 18, 398 million user under age of 18 in India, 40 million in Bangladesh, 10 million in Kenya, 19 million in Morocco. Facebook user 37 million in Pakistan, 314 million in India, 43 million in Kenya, 9 in Bangladesh, 17 in Morocco. Social media user 28% are the females, 72 males, 26% in India, females, 73% male, 32% female in Bangladesh and Kenya, mean 32% in Bangladesh. 44% in the Kenya and 41% in Morocco. YouTube users 71% in Pakistan, 467 million in India, 34 million in Bangladesh, 9 million in Kenya, 21 in Morocco. Instagram and same values we can evaluate. Hofstede culture and HDI. HDI index, all the countries are fall in the middle class of the HDI index. These are the values, and culture almost the same of these 5 countries. All these 5 countries have the collective society culture, mean relationship where the family system is exist, families interdepend on each other, and masculine and feminine, and all these 5 countries has the masculine culture in the society where the male has dominance and unavoid uncertainty high in the Pakistan, high in Bangladesh, but India has the medium, Kenya has the medium, Morocco has the high unavoid uncertainty. Means all these 5 countries have the high uh, unavoid certainty. long-term and short-term goals. So these five countries has the intermediate level goals. Indulgence and restraint, and these all five countries has the restrained society to the change. GDP 7% Kenya, 7% in Morocco, 5% India, 6% in Pakistan. Bangladesh has a 6%. Kenya is the greater in the GDP growth. Inflation rate, then Pakistan has the highest 31.5. Penetration level, Morocco is high in the penetration level, 4.45. And Pakistan has 0.6 and Bangladesh has 0.40. Insurance density is $44 in Kenya, 136 in Morocco, India $71, $7 in Pakistan, $8 in Bangladesh. Means that Morocco has the higher insurance density as compared to the other countries. And Pakistan is lagging behind all the countries in the insurance density. Number of the life insurance companies and number of the life insurance companies and number of the reinsurance companies. So this chart is showing the insurance structure of the five countries. Supervisory authority like Insurance Regulatory Authority in Kenya, Supervisory Authority of Insurance and Social Welfare in Morocco, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, Security and SECP SECP in Pakistan, who is regulating the insurance sector, Insurance Development and Regulatory Authority in Bangladesh, professional body, Association of Kenya, Insurer, Moroccan Federation of Insurance and Reinsurance Companies, Association of India, Insurance Association of Pakistan, Bangladesh Insurance Association. And in the Insurtech Association, Kenya Fintech Association, Morocco Fintech Association, India Insurtech Association. India also has separate association for the fintech. Pakistan Fintech Association, Bangladesh Fintech Association. And this chart is showing the particulars regarding the untapped market, like total population 238 million, 1 billion in India, 172 million in Bangladesh, 44 million Kenya, and 37 million in Morocco. These are all the population. So these are the potential market for InsurTech also. InsurTech can target this huge population. Female 49%, Pakistan, India 48%, Bangladesh 50%, Kenya 50%, Morocco 49%. So these 49% females of the total population. So this can be a target market for the InsurTech. Rural 62% exists. 63 in India, 60 in Bangladesh, 70 in Kenya, 35 in Morocco. Youth 20%. Pakistan, 28% India, 27 Bangladesh, 19% Kenya, 29 in Morocco. Employment in agriculture. Employment 30 of the total employment, 37% population employed in the agriculture, 43 in India, 38 in Bangladesh, 54 in Kenya, 33 in Morocco. And population below the poverty line, 29% in Pakistan, India में 21%, Bangladesh 24, 36 in Kenya, 15 in Morocco. Literacy rate in Pakistan 59%, 74% in India, 73% in Bangladesh, 81% in Kenya, and 73% in Morocco. Hospital bed, this this element, this you can say hospital bed density is taken to measure the health sector of these five countries. 0.6%, 0.5 in India, 0.8 in Bangladesh, 1.4 in Kenya, and 1 in Morocco. Agricultural land, where total percentage of the agriculture land of the total land area of the Pakistan, 47%, of the India 60%, of the Bangladesh 76, 48 in Kenya, Morocco 68%. And agriculture, forestry, and fishing value, all the data like 22% in Pakistan. Agriculture, forestry, and fishing value of the GDP is 22% in Pakistan, 16% in India, 11% in Bangladesh, 22% in Kenya, 12% in Morocco, and road traffic accident in 15.18 uh, of the total population, 16 percentage of the India, 16 Bangladesh, 48 Kenya, 17 in Morocco. So these are the figures which are showing that there is a huge potential exists in these five countries. So InsurTech can choose these countries to increase the insurance penetration level by targeting the female, by targeting the rural population, by targeting the youth, by targeting the uh, total population, and by providing the innovative products in the agriculture insurance, in the health insurance, and in the traveling insurance. This is the all ecosystem of the Pakistan insurance ecosystem. So there are also many startups who are working in the health tech, and there are also many insurtech startups like Muazna, Smart Choice, Fori Insurance, Insurance Bazaar, Easy Insurance. These are all are startups which are now in this stage is providing the insurance price comparison of different insurance companies. And brokers like Wada, these are these are also insurtech startups which are working at the level of the broking stage. Consultancy stage, these are all the Ozone is a software house which are specially working to provide the solution to the insurance sector. So Ozone is providing the consultancy. Third party administrators like GBA is providing this service. Reinsurance Pakistan, reinsurance sector, loss adjuster companies comes to charge the premium to rate the different risky profiles. And Azon is also providing the cloud service like platform as a service, pass on the demand insurance. So, and I have discussed the consultancy level companies, then third party administrator, reinsurance company, loss adjusters. Azond is a insurtech type company which are providing the technology solution to the insurance sector. And B2B solution is providing by the Ozone, and Centigi is providing the big data services to the insurance sector. And in the middle, all are the big giant insurance companies like State Life, Jubilee, Adamji, IFU, Asia, Alfla, IGI. So this is all the ecosystem of the Pakistan insurance sector. And these are the all the data which I collected from the different sources. So these are all are the companies that are working in Pakistan, and these all come in the insurtech definition, like Wada. And in the comparison, in the comparison field, Easy Insurance kar lo compare, Smart Choice, Muazna, let's compare, Commit, Hifaza, Insurance Bazaar, Takaful Bazaar, they are providing the insurance, different insurance product prices of the different insurance companies. Vada is a digital insurer startup. Pace Financial Service is also providing digital insurance. Hifazat Tech, microinsure, it is providing the microinsurance products by adopting the technology. Oracle Digital Insurance, first digital takaful company. Bima, Salam, Salam and Ozone, Smart Benefits and Santigi Technologies, Hayat.pk, Health Tech, Health Related Startup, Hello Doctor, Fifth Pillar Family, Takaful Limited, TPL. These are working to adopt the technology, advanced technology like AI, cloud, big data, IoT to providing the digital insurance to customers. And these are all at the startups which are providing digital insurance services. You can say insurtech services in the India like digital insurance, eco policy bazaar, secure now, one assist, renew by agile FT. In Bangladesh, Beamify and Smart Compare, iFarmer, Micro Inspire, Truck, Lagby, Insure Cow. These are all the startups in the insurtech field who are providing digital insurance. In Kenya, Insurance on the Go Limited, Bismart, Grassroot Bima, Lamy Technologies, Elastic FS. So these are the startups which are providing the on the demand, or you can say customized insurance, digital insurance to the customer. And these are the startup working in the Morocco. OnePay, Siva, Wafa, HPS, Premium Technology, Sigma.ai. Motivation for this study is that InsurTech will help in enhancing the insurance penetration level in Pakistan by targeting the many unserved market segment like youth, poor women, poor in youth, median age is 22.8 year in Pakistan. So most of studies have proved that youngest population is more inclined toward technology adoption, and poor women in the especially in the remote regions, so they can be targeted by the mobile phone or branchless banking account system. And poor overall 80 millions people live below the poverty line, so micro takaful has a huge potential here. So micro takaful product, or you can say micro insurance product, can be offered by adopting the insurtech technology. 95% of the Muslim population exists in Pakistan. So this is the great potential for insurtech to provide to enhance the takaful penetration. And insurtech is has the approach of the proactive rather than reactive, because insurtech technology identify the risk earlier before happening the incident, so we can minimize the risk accordingly. That is why it has the preventive approach, proactive approach rather than reactive. Agriculture insurance, livestock insurance, we lag behind in this area, and crop insurance. So insurtech can be applied to provide the agriculture insurance. Car insurance can be provided by insurtech to make the road accident zero in Pakistan. Rationale of the study is that out of 97% Muslims, many households live below the poverty line. So you can say 80 million people. So this create the great market for the micro insurance. Fintech can target this market. There is a need to apply the insurtech, especially the blockchain, for the database management system, uh, and for especially for the scheme of the Sehat Sahulat introduced by the PM, then PM Imran Khan in KPK. rising trend of the e-commerce like Amazon mobile disbursement, which further boosted by the COVID-19 pandemic. So this boost in the e-commerce field and mobile penetration, internet penetration, e-commerce after the COVID-19, and also the 5G technology, and then 6G technology till 2020. So these all are the factors which are creating the environment for the insurtech. Youth, especially the women, also exist, so this can be captured. By 2050, 68% of world population will be live in the urban area. So smart city can enhance the society. So mostly government are adopting the smart city projects. So and 68% population will also live in these urban areas where the government has the plan to implement the smart city. So if the smart city implemented, then InsurTech tech has the more chance to show its potential. Crop insurance can be improved by adopting the InsurTech. Livestock insurance is also limited in Pakistan, so it can be uh, enhanced by adopting the InsurTech. Many fintech have experienced a surge in demand, especially in the COVID era. So this rising trend creates the opportunity for the adoption of the InsurTech. And this InsurTech challenged the old style face-to-face distribution model of the existing insurance business model. This is the fintech history. Like first 1.0 stage comes, and this era start from 1866 to 1967 when the credit card, checks, and Fedwire fund service and Talix was introduced. In the fintech 2.0, the era start from 1967 to 2008 when the ATM were introduced, internet banking was introduced, Amazon Web Service was introduced, PayPal was introduced, mobile payment system was introduced, and FinTech 3.0 stage start from 2008 to 2014 when the cryptocurrency was introduced, Apple Pay was introduced, digital wallet was introduced, and FinTech 3.5 stage start from two, to 2014 to 2017 when the blockchain technology R3 was introduced, Hyperledger was introduced, and FinTech 4.0 is the stage from 2018 to the present. So this is the era of the industry revolution 4.0. Blockchain history start from the protocols proposed in 1982. Then in 1991, cryptographically secure chain of block was introduced. In 1993, Merkle tree was introduced. In 1998, bit gold was designed, and 2008 was the era when the Bitcoin concept was introduced by the blockchain technology, by the blockchain software. And this blockchain was the public blockchain. And 2013 Ethereum blockchain was introduced, where Ethereum and 2015 Hyperledger was introduced, where the blockchain can be privatized according to the business need, and smart contract feature was introduced in the blockchain. And currently Ethereum 2.0 is being used for for currency, digital currency transactions, and for other transaction relating to the financial sector, relating to the insurance sector and other sector. Cloud history start from the John McCarthy, who introduced the time sharing concept in 1960. And in 1967, American company, American company introduced the internet connection, namely ARPANET. In 1970, virtualization concept were introduced. In 1997, cloud computing was defined by Professor Raman, and in 1999, Salesforce is a company who provide the cloud services to the customer, to the public. And 2006, Amazon launched the Elastic Compute and other storage services. 2013, public cloud services was introduced, and in 2014, global level spending on the cloud computing was 103.8 billion. IoT history start from 1989, and it start from the first online webcam that was used in Cambridge. 1994, Steve Mann creates the Cam. 1999, Kevin Ostrom give this technology a name like Internet of Things. In 2008, number of connected devices was connected, and it make the IoT ecosystem. 2007, first iPhone was launched. 2005, UN published its first report on the Internet of Things. In 2000, LG announced the first smart refrigerator. And 2019, Fitbit, a tracker, was introduced to count the footsteps. And 2011, industrial IoT was introduced. And 2014, Seoul became the world first smart city. And 2015, IoT goes mobile with smartphone. 2016, Amazon AWS IoT Core is launched. 2020, number of IoT device connection increased more than 50%. 2021, more than 10 billion active IoT device. 2022, World Economic Forum names the IoT as the one of the three most impactful technological advancements. Big data analytics. Big data analytic concept introduced when the data collected from different sources like video, audio, text form. So there are the many formats. So then the big data analytical concept was introduced. And after rising the Internet of the Things and devices, data was more collected in volumes. So there was a need to extract the meaningful and valuable information from these devices. And this stage come in the big data phase 3.0. And in big data phase 2, Hadoop, it was a tool that was used by Yahoo and and to manage the data. So they are the different tools used in the big data, like Hadoop, Hive, Splunk, Spark. So these tools can be used to manage, to collect, and then extracting the information from different data having different structure, like unstructured, structure. Insurance history start from the Chinese merchant who mitigate their risk by loading their uh, loading their loading their material in different ships. And afterward, form of bottomary, uh, it was a contract, bottomary contract was introduced in Greece. And then Roman Roman introduced the insurance concept where they made the society for different purposes, and accordingly they collect the money, and if any incident happened then the victim was compensated from that pool. So this is the history dates of the insurance history started in the different region. Like first insurance legislation in Britain was introduced in 1601. In the same way, 1667, Bourbon introduced the first insurance office in London. Friendly Society for as the mutual insurance company introduced in 1684. Philadelphia Contributorship founded by Benjamin Franklin in 1752. Equitable insurance own lives and the survivorship forms introduced in 1762. Insurance Company of North America became the first stock insurance company in America in 1792. In the similar manner, New York passes the first general insurance law in US in 1849. New York adopted the fire insurance policy in 1887, and Traveler Insurance Company issued the first automobile insurance policy in the 1898. And Wisconsin passed the first constitutional worker compensation law in 1911. In similar way, Supreme Court of the U.S. Uh, introduced the Underwriter Association regulation, and in 1945, state-based insurance regulation was made, and 1968 National Flood Insurance Act was established. 1989 Federal Risk Retention Act was enacted. In 1999, US Congress passed the bill, and 2003 US Supreme Court limit the damages in state farm, and 2006 British Financial Services comparison website is established. It was the first comparison site to focus on the feature of the insurance product rather than listing their price. And in 2016, Lemonade used the AI, artificial technology, to introduce the insurance and claim management. The Kaful history, the Kaful word originate from the Akila and Dia, where the whole tribes provide the financial assistance to one of its member who had the unexpected duty, such as payment against the blood money. So this concept is taken for the Kaful. and it is endorsed by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ibn Khaldun also discussed the practice of the Arab in reducing the risk, and by the end of 17th century, Muslim used to send their goods by the ships, so they have the need of the insurance to cover their losses while transporting their luggages. And Hanafi jurist Ibn Abedin observed that the marine insurance was the forbidden. So he introduced the legality of insurance, because at that time Muslim used to take the insurance from the Western countries because they have no own system. Uh, then Abedin discussed the legality of the Western insurance. Ibn Abedin was the first to discuss the legality in 19th century, and and it was a time of the Ottoman Empire, who was also used to take the insurance from the Western based institution. And Ottoman allowed the insurance contracts. uh, then the West colonized the many Muslim countries. After the ending of the World War II, many Muslim countries got the independence. So after the independence, they discussed their own financial system. After getting independence, most of the scholars discuss the insurance and other financial system of the based on the Western style. So Ibn Abidin was the first who said that conventional insurance is the haram and we should have own system. Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) then collected all the muftis and scholars and approved the takaful concept. And Sudan was the first country who implemented the takaful insurance. Afterward, many Middle East countries adopted the takaful, like UAE in 1980, Saudi Arabia 1983, Bahrain 1989, Qatar 1995, and Malaysia 1984. Takaful has many models, but Mudarba-based model is used in Asia. Wakala model is used in Middle East. Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC countries, GCC is the Gulf Cooperation Council, and it made of the 6 countries like Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, due to many similarities. And one study shows that the kaful industry has much influence in the GCC countries. And due to the government assistance, degree of the awareness, product variety. And the kaful insurance is efficient in Gulf Cooperation Council. Pakistan insurance industry After the independence, there was the 5 domestic and 77 foreign insurance companies. Later on, it was combined in state life insurance and it made the nationalized. Then Act was amended in 1958, where the many private insurance was also uh, welcome to provide the insurance in the Pakistan market. SECP regulate the insurance sector in Pakistan. Pakistan Reinsurance Corporation established in 1953. In 1955, National Co-Insurance Scheme was initiated to promote the insurance culture in Pakistan and to assist the small insurance companies in meeting financial requirements. Pakistan constitutions made the abolition of the interest in the economy attempt to construct an interest-free economy was launched in 1980s, but it is failed due to lack of the well-trained human resource. In the 2000 and beyond, Pakistan developed the Islamic financial system along with the traditional banking system. 6 Islamic banks, 22 uh, mm, they are the full-fledged 6 Islamic banks, 17 Islamic banking windows, 5 Thaqaful enterprises, and 80 Islamic mutual funds. Bangladesh, after getting independence from Pakistan, Bangladesh uh, also make the law for the insurance. So 1972, Bangladesh Insurance Order passed, where they nationalized the all insurance enterprise, including the life and general. Bangladesh government passed the ordinance on 8 August 1972 that divided all the insurance company into 4 corporations, two for the life and two for the general insurance. On May 14, 1973, Bangladesh Insurance Corporation Ordinance was changed. And the previous organization, Jiban Bima Corporation and Sadharan Bima Corporation, was divided into two. Until 1984, these firms dominated insurance in Bangladesh. Government of Bangladesh established the Bangladesh Insurance Academy in 1973 to provide professional certificates and diplomas. And in research, in Bangladesh, there are 8 full-fledged Islamic insurance firms and 13 Islamic insurance windows. In traditional sense, there are 33 private life insurance businesses, 46 private non-life insurance companies. Insurance Development and Regulatory Authority regulate the insurance industry since 2010 after abolishing the Insurance Act of 1938 and aim to grow and regulate the insurance business. Islamic Insurance Bangladesh became the first Islamic insurance company in Bangladesh. 12 traditional insurer provide the Islamic goods. This is the all history of the India insurance. Like 1818, Oriental Life Insurance Company was introduced in Kolkata. Then Madras Equitable Life Insurance Company was introduced. And Triton Insurance Company was the first non-life insurance company. 1870 British Insurance Act was passed. 1871 Mumbai Mutual Life Insurance Society was created. 1897 Creation of the Empire of India Life Insurance Company. 1907, India Mercantile Insurance was introduced. 1914, first publication of insurance market result was highlighted. 1938, Insurance Act was passed for controlling the insurance activities. 1950, decision was made to nationalize the insurance market. 1912, publication of the first Life Insurance Company Act. 1928, enactment of the Indian Insurance Company Act, a law that authorized the government to collect the statistical data on the life, non-life, and pension transaction of the Indian and foreign insurer. 1947, creation of the Oriental Insurance Company in Mumbai, and it was the first non-life state-owned company, and now it is in Delhi. 1957, Insurance Association of India was created. 1972, nationalization of the non-life insurance. And in similar way, 1994, Reform Committee report the call for the market reopening to the private sector. And in similar way, the foreign direct investment was uh, welcomed in 2015. Kenya insurance start from 20th century when European immigrants brought it in the Kenya, London, and the Lancashire Insurance Company hired the representative in Nairobi for the fire business. Until 1970, Kenya insurance industry was relatively stable with limited competition due to the lack of service demand. Because standardized item was available, government oversight was low. In 1978, government adopted the Insurance Act, CAP 487, that permitted an international insurance company to start business in Kenya. Entry of international insurance business posed a threat to the local insurance companies, so and paved the way for the economic liberalization. Number of registered insurance company increased from 15 to 39 in 2001 and 40 by 2012. Kenya National Insurance, a state-owned corporation, went bankrupt in 1996. Kenya insurance penetration remained low compared to the other African countries. Insurance Regulatory Authority is a statutory government entity in Kenya that is responsible for managing, regulating, and growing the insurance industry. IA prepared the strategic plan to strengthen the sector. According to the strategic plan, Takaful is a new trend that offers the excellent potential to enhance the insurance coverage by encouraging a more inclusive and competitive insurance business. IRA issued Takaful operational guidelines and operational Takaful regulation in 2015 and 18. There are 61 licensed insurers in the company, according to 2019 annual report. Takaful Insurance of Africa is the only full-fledged operator, whereas Kenya is the first local business to provide Takaful window. Morocco Takaful Insurance is controlled by legislation which amend and replace the law on insurance. Morocco law defined the Takaful Insurance as the insurance transaction approved by Olema Higher Council with the goal of covering the risk covered by the Takaful Insurance contract through the Takaful Insurance account managed by the Takaful Insurance Company. Most Islamic banks have limited lending prospect for retail customer by only offering the mortgage and auto loans in form of Murabaha contract. New Sharia compliant insurance legislation will assist the Islamic Bank in expanding the business sector by allow them to provide the kafir product to protect the bank and banking transaction. Morocco was the first country to get Islamic banking license in 2017. Islamic banking accounting are accounted less than 1% of total loan in banking sector. Morocco major conventional banks have developed separate Islamic banking division in place of Islamic windows. Legislation environment still lag behind in the takaful sector in Morocco. Literature is showing that the first study of Bishwati in the Indian context, where the IOT blockchain cloud drawn AI was taken to see the effect on the health insurance, and they found the following challenges like privacy, security, and the absence of the adequate industry regulation in health sector. Ming and Chi in 2018 also found that the effect of the adoption of the mobile app in providing the health insurance. And they found the following challenges. And Simon in 2020 found the uh, following challenges by adopting the blockchain in European insurance sector, like high upfront implementation cost, lack of technical knowledge, complexity of system, and lack of the government support. Jannat and Nafizar found that 15 banks will be offering the financial services to over 10 million average daily transaction. Fintech innovation has boosted P2P peer-to-peer transaction, inward remittance, salary payments. So they found that there are the little research on developing economies, and there is a no research in the Bangladesh regarding the fintech adoption. And last is the study relating to the challenges in the five countries which are almost similar, like lack of innovative product awareness in the insurance sector, lack of innovative products, lack of customer friendly technology, lack of awareness, lack of regulation. These are the studies which has adopted SLR method and video based content analysis and the IPA method. So these studies are shown here to as evidence to provide the proof of the methodology, because we adopted these three methodology for our three objective, like SLR, IPA, and content analysis. So these are the studies who have also adopted this same methodology in their studies relating to the IT. Problem statement: what are the challenges in adopting InsurTech in Pakistan to enhance the kaful and insurance penetration? And what are the takeaways from similar developing economies? Research question: what are the challenges and its solution in adopting InsurTech in academic studies conducted in the context of the insurance sector of developing countries? Second objective: what were the challenges and its solutions in the adoption of InsurTech coined by industry experts in the context of insurance sector of developing countries? And question number three: how the challenges in developing countries relate to the challenges in the perspective of the kaful insurance industry of Pakistan? And to what extent the proposed solution in developing countries could be adapted from the perspective of the takaful insurance industry of Pakistan? Objective number 1, to extract the variables from the literature regarding the challenges and solutions in the process of adoption of insurtech in insurance sector of developing countries. Objective 2, to take the perspective of practitioner of the insurance sector in developing economies for their experiences and strategies in adopting insurtech. Objective 3, to explore the issues faced in adopting insurtech in Pakistan insurance sector and enlisting the possible strategies in adopting insurtech. Methodology, type of the research is qualitative and paradigm is the interpretivist, because the words, our study purpose is to exploration, so it is the qualitative study by nature, and words are the explored, so it is the interpretivist. Nature of the study is exploratory. Target population for the first objective was all the articles, you can say literature on the challenges solution of adopting the insurtech in the 5 countries. Second objective population was the existing interviews of the insurtech experts or insurance experts or the kafil experts on the challenges and solutions of the adopting the insurtech in 5 countries. And for the third objective, the kaful and insurance experts and insured and fintech experts was selected for taking the interviews uh, regarding the insurtech adoption challenges and solutions. Sampling technique was used random for objective number 2 and 1, and for 3 objective purposive sampling technique is used. Sample size for the objective number 1 was the all articles fulfilling the selection criteria. For the objective number 2, 13 videos on every 5 countries. And for objective number 3, 17 insurtech experts was selected for interview. And research method for the objective number 1 was the SLR. For the objective number 2, content analysis. And for the objective number 3, IPA. This is the finding of the objective number 1, and this is the selection criteria by the keywords. These are the keywords which are the input in the Google Scholar to find the relevant studies in the 5 developing countries on the insurtech, then blockchain, IoT, cloud, and big data. And the common finding relating to the challenges was the data privacy, where the many challenges found, like uh, these are the challenges, common challenges found in the 5 countries, and these are the solution. And in the challenges, like the challenges, number 1 challenge was relating to the data security, data governance, data sharing, data privacy. And second challenge was lack of the security of the data, lack of the legislation, and lack of the human resource, lack of the technical skills. And third issue relating to the latency issue, privacy issue, standardization issue, and fourth challenge relating to the security, IoT relating security and privacy, data privacy, privacy laws, and then standardization, because they are the different technology who have the different standards. So common standard need to implement the insurtech technology. And there are also skills, lack of the skill, like the technical skills. There's a lack of research, lack of government support, lack of investment, lack of the fintech startups, lack of the awareness, lack of the interoperability, of different devices, lack of the infrastructure, higher cost, lack of the blockchain expert, IoT expert, big data expert, cloud expert, tech experts. These are the solutions like government regulation can enhance the adoption of tech. Security can be provided by government to the data, and fintech startups can be promoted in the Pakistan. Second objective, this is the criteria like and the keyword query which are input in the social media to explore the videos relating to insurtech, blockchain, IoT, cloud, and big data. And these are the video titles which are selected, including the names of the experts and their designation. Finding relating to the challenges and solution of the insurtech in India, like infrastructure, lack of infrastructure, lack of willingness, data privacy, multicultural problem, regulatory framework, lack of integration, lack of organization resources, lack of product designing, resistant to change, lack of partnership, fidgeting in the digital devices. Solution like providing the infrastructure, regulatory startup, sandbox regulatory setup, full approach, partnership, restricted access, technical experts, hiring the technical expert. And in the blockchain, lack of the infrastructure, lack of the latency issue, lack of the regulatory framework, lack of the human resource. And solution explored was the partnership with the fintech and insurtech startups. Training programs can be conducted. Technical expert in Python, C can be hired and trained. In IoT, there was the following challenges like lack of infrastructure, cybersecurity, lack of device integration, high device cost, lack of human resource. Solution was the edge computing, adopting the edge computing, adopting the regulation regarding the data privacy and security, cloud partnership with the cloud with the startups, academia, and IO device manufacturer, and we can adopt the cloud service for data storage issue, and chip manufacturer. Um, Chip manufacturers should adopt the regulation regarding the device manufacturing and designing, so that data can be protected in the IoT relating devices, and device certification program can be introduced relating to the IoT. In the cloud computing, following challenges found relating to the lack of infrastructure, cybersecurity regulation, trust, lack of cloud audit, unawareness, service interruption, lack of R&D, lack of interoperability, switching cost. And solution is making the regulation on the Copyright Act, Data Protection Act, Compliance Act. Agreement can be signed with the cloud service provider. Human resource can be hired. And in the big data analytics, following challenges found like poor data quality, data security, handling the huge data is the complex lack of technical experts. Hadoop is can be used to manage the volume of the data. These are the videos selected in the context of the Kenya and finding there the following challenges found in the InsurTech adoption in Kenya, like lack of infrastructure, lack of trust, that lack of privacy, lack of and slow adaptation, lack of regulatory framework, lack of digital literacy, solution like collaboration with the different stakeholders, improving the infrastructure, improving the regulatory framework, providing the staff training, partnership. Blockchain relating challenges like lack of legal framework, lack of infrastructure, lack of investment, lack of human resource, lack of scalability, and solution was the training programs, government policy, and adopting the hyperledger fabric to increase the scalability. These are the challenges related to the IoT adoption in the Kenya, like lack of infrastructure, high cost of the devices, lack of integration, lack of security and privacy of data, lack of IO data analysis, lack of legal framework, and solution like blockchain technology for data security, cloud computing for issue of the data storage, machine learning model for the analytics, education program for the staff training, skill development programs, by the partnership with the startups and academia. And these are the following challenges in adopting the cloud computing in Kenya, like investment, lack of expert, lack of infrastructure, lack of cyber security, lack of legal framework, and solution is the uh, hiring the cyber security experts and the placement of the data within the country for the security of the data. And following challenges related to the big data analytics in the Kenya, like technical lack of technical expert, lack of data security, lack of the investment, and solution like Hadoop tool can be adopted for managing the volume of the data, government regulation, and partnership with the startups. And these are the videos selected in the context of Pakistan. These are the challenges found in the short-tech adoption in Pakistan, like lack of infrastructure, lack of trust, lack of human resource, lack of data security, privacy, lack of data ownership, organization culture, lack of regulatory framework, lack of digital literacy, and solution is like awareness program, human resource recruitment, like data scientist, consultation with the relevant stakeholder for drafting the laws, and we can adopt the FIGEL model by adopting the mixed approach like physical plus digit, collaboration with the telecommunication companies and the technology company. And these are the following challenges of the blockchain adoption in Pakistan, like lack of blockchain engineer, reluctant to change infrastructure, lack of infrastructure, and solution relating the awareness program. Hyperledger can be adopted and sandbox regulatory framework for adopting the blockchain in Pakistan. These are the challenges in the IoT, like lack of infrastructure, lack of a human resource, lack of integration. Solution like adopting the Raspberry Pi hardware, data store hardware can be adopted like Raspberry Pi hardware and for the data storage, analysis, and processing. Cloud, there are the following challenges in the cloud computing adoption in Pakistan, like lack of cloud expert, lack of legal framework, lack of cyber security, lack of R&D, lack of infrastructure, lack of culture. Solution is the hybrid model and technical support center and service level agreement. These are the following challenges in the big data analytic adoption in Pakistan, like lack of data quality, lack of technical expert, lack of data protection, lack of collaboration. So solution is the Hadoop tool and the training programs. These are the challenges of the insurtech adoption in Bangladesh, like lack of infrastructure, corporate governance, trust, human resource, digital readiness, lack of data privacy, security, lack of taxing system, law of regulatory framework, lack of awareness. And solution is the awareness program and the partnership with the fintech and the law on regulatory framework. There are the following blockchain relating challenges in Pakistan, like infrastructure, legacy system, H, human resource, digital investment, resistant to change. Solution is the collaboration with the academia and training programs and uh, cyber recovery solution. These are the IoT relating challenges in Pakistan, like infrastructure, human resource, cybersecurity awareness, latency, and the regulation. Solution is the cloud, adopting the cloud computing infrastructure training program, ISP provider, and government incentive. These are the challenges related to the cloud computing, like legal framework, cybersecurity infrastructure, multi-user. Solution is the infrastructure building, investment in the bandwidth cost, and the technical expert, recruitment of technical expert, and the supercomputing, um, deployment of the supercomputing models. Big data analytics, like technical expert, investment, laws, and infrastructure, and solution like Hadoop training program and legal framework. These are the technologies selected for the Morocco. Like these are the challenges found in adopting the insurtech in Morocco, like infrastructure, huge investment requirement, technical staff, lack of and data security, research and development, regulatory framework, literacy, solution like partnership, change management process, and awareness program, blockchain technology, lack of human resource, cybersecurity regulation. Solution is the hybrid model adoption, like public and private, according to the business need and training programs. IoT relating challenges like the lack of harmonized standard, lack of interoperability, lack of latency, infrastructure, cybersecurity, device integration, lack of human resource. Solution like partnership with startups, cloud platforms, marketing of the IoT devices, standardized gateways. Cloud computing challenges like lack of technical expert, lack of performance, lack of interoperability, lack of infrastructure. Solution is the in-country cloud infrastructure should be built up for data security. As service level agreement, cooperation with the cloud service provider. Big data analytic challenges like lack of understanding, lack of technical expert, lack of infrastructure, and solution is the Hadoop and partnership. This is the ICC test of the themes generated from the videos or of on the challenges and solution of the insurtech and remaining four technologies in the 5 countries. Objective number 3, these are the respondent who was selected for interviews regarding the for exploring the challenges and the solution in the context of Pakistan. Insurtech challenges. These are the challenges which expert mentioned, like lack of human resource in Pakistan, lack of willingness, dependence on the traditional system, privacy and security of the data, lack of infrastructure, lack of investment for R&D and digital assets. So, after the uh, exploring the challenges, solutions also explored, like in objective number 1 mentioned the solution, like Bangladesh mentioned that IT businesses may help the employees. IT business can help to develop the employees of the insurance sector. And objective number 2, awareness program can be conducted. or data scientist can be recruited. And objective number 3, experts said that employers should come in market to reach out the fresh graduate so that they can join the industry. Lack of the willingness solution is provided in objective number 1, like the keep an eye on the innovative technology and proactive to the change in the objective number 2. And objective number 3, experts said that technology is there, platform are there, only will of the people matters. For the challenge number 3, solution provided in objective number 1, like the change in the organization culture. And in objective number 3, business model change from traditional concept to the customer focus. There should be the customer focus. So business model should be the customer for the customer centricity. For the challenge of privacy and security, India, for the objective, in the objective number 1, in the context of the India, they implemented the laws. And objective number 3, SECP also guidelines, issued the guidelines for the cyber security, especially for the cloud management system. Lack of infrastructure, Morocco introduced the built the infrastructure with the help of the telecom sector. And in objective number 3, experts suggest that government support is needed. Lack of R&D, research and development. So SCPC is working on the collaborative model to collaborative model with the help of the academia so that student can get the data and can do the research and can find the gap in the insurance sector. So there are also many challenges like lack of regulation, technical person required, limited use of the insurtech, and lack of affordability. Low insurance penetration services and lack of product differentiation. So in the blockchain, experts said that it is in the infancy stage in Pakistan, lack of understanding, inconsistent platform, cybersecurity, lack of technical standards, difficult to alter if data is made in the blockchain, and dependence on the traditional system. Lack of education, lack of research and development, lack of awareness, non-cooperation, lack of willingness, and lack of infrastructure. For the big data, experts said there is a high risk in adopting this technology. There is a lack of the big data knowledge, lack of compatibility with existing infrastructure. There is a time required and high cost required in updating the software and the hardware. Lack of skill, resist to change, and privacy and security. In IoT, lack of the inconsistency with the existing policy and procedure, that lack of data privacy and security, AI implementation, no centralized body, human resource, lack of compatibility with existing setup, lack of trust, lack of willingness, lack of financial support, lack of literacy, high cost of the IoT-based equipment, unethical attitude and behavior, and comfort zone. Cloud, there are the following challenges like inconsistency with the existing policy and procedure, latency and leakage of data, trust deficit, high cost, farm size, lack of education, employee laziness, infrastructure, vendor lock-in, communication hurdles, regulation. These are the implication like in literature can, there are the few literature found in the Pakistan context and in the other 5 countries. So this study will help in fulfilling the academia gap. Insurance sector can also match their challenges and accordingly they can adopt the solution. Customer can get the insurance digitally on their doorstep. Government can facilitate to promote the insurtech startups and in adopting the advanced technology in the insurance sector. Economy can boost, like GDP will improve. If the insurance penetration will improve, then GDP will improve. job creation will improve, family health will improve, property protection will improve, risk mitigation will improve. Women can get the health insurance and women can get the job in insurance, and young population can get the insurance and also they can get the job. Poor can get the insurance and they can also mitigate their risk. Farmer can improve their agriculture production. So there are some limitation because this study only selected the 5 countries. Other developed country can be selected and other methodology can be selected. So future research can be conducted on the developed countries and other methodologies can be selected. Thank you.